With extracts as a powerful tool for health and wellness, James, as a pharmacologist and pharmacognosist, tell us why we have a competitive advantage. Why are we the best at what we do in terms of these extracts?
Well, number one, we choose the raw materials very carefully. The starter biomass, let's say, the starter berry, the starter fruit, the starter botanical. So that's chosen very carefully, and then it's extracted very, very critically and the right way. There's different ways you can extract things, and there's certain things you can extract with, alcohol. There's certain things you can extract with water. There's other things that you can use CO2. So it's just not like saying, oh, let's extract this thing, So that it's very sophisticated as far as the raw material source, as far as the extraction methods that we use, as far as the end product that we test and it's active and whatever. What really sets us apart is the manufacturing, because basically now we've got this good raw material I keep talking about, and we've got these formulations of these combinations of wonderful activities that there's tons of data on what they do. We're very, very novel, and maybe some people have copied what we've done, but we were the first ones to do this. But now you get into the putting them together. That's the critical part, because number one, what happens, most companies will heat stuff, and you cook the activities out of these extracts or these purees or these concentrates, and because they're very sensitive to light, to heat, whatever. A lot of companies in this business, what they'll do, they'll use cold fill for that reason. In other words, they don't use heat. They'll use cold fill, and they'll use a preservative system. So, that's the way they have to do it. Then that's the way they have to do it. Pasteurization, flash pasteurization, is just a flash of heat, okay? But because of the chaperone molecules and some other technologies we have, we're able to not have to use these preservative systems that can be very, very harmful to the product. Plus the fact we don't have to cook the bejeebers out of this stuff, because the chaperone molecule will protect flavor, aroma, color, activities. I mean, we've used it, since the 50s actually, and for sophisticated pharmaceutical manufacturing, heating stuff to 3,000 degrees without hurting the molecule. It goes back to prehistoric times, as I've told you before, and I mean, it's really kind of interesting. It's why species have survived.
That's why we're here today.
That's why we're here today. That's exactly true. And there are a number of them I've identified. We've worked with a lot of them. I've zeroed in on natural ones, and,
Well, I know of your research for 50 years in this arena. Is there any other companies that go to the length of manufacturing, raw material selection, certainly your proprietary chaperone molecule technology? There's no way anybody else can get the finished product as efficacious as we can because of the science that we're putting into it.
Yes, and I mean, it's an ongoing thing. And as I say, this whole thing is a system. You've got to start from the start. You've got to do everything right. And if you flub up any along the way, everything's messed up. And it depends. There's different types of marketers out there, and some people will market for price. They'll put something together, and they've got to do it the fastest, cheapest way they can. And then there's other quality companies that will go the extra mile. But there again, if you don't have the technology, these are proprietary things. And if you don't have the technology, you can't do. You're doing good, but you can't do what we do.
Exactly. Well, here at eXfuze, we're extremely excited about the use of extracts. It's the foundation of our product line. The extracts have tremendous science. We've got the tremendous manufacturing technology. So our products are designed to provide raw materials to the body so the body can heal itself. We've done that and accomplished that in a very scientific way.